Good morning. My name is Kara Storman, and I serve as Student Body Vice President. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
It has been my distinct pleasure and privilege to be called out of retirement to fill in at the Academy for the Arts, Science, and Technology this spring as the interim principal. It has been a joy, a challenge, and a wonderful opportunity to renew my faith and my belief that we have the finest young people in all of South Carolina right here in Horry County. Congratulations, class of 2018. The former president and CEO of the Boston Red Sox, Larry Lucino, once said, and I'd like to quote, "Life is not about warming yourself by the fire. Life is about building the fire, and generosity is the match. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody." I have watched the class of 2018 help a lot of people. Not only are they excellent academically, but they are civic-minded and believe in giving back to the community from which they have come. Congratulations for a job well done. To our parents, grandparents, guardians, all of our relatives and friends, the thing that I always like to remind our graduates as they prepare for our senior ceremony and then their graduation at their base high schools is that they did not get to this place alone. They got here because people helped them along the way, whether it be their relatives, their friends, and certainly their teachers have helped them get to this place today. We appreciate each and every one here supporting our graduates. We thank especially a very special guest who has led this school for almost a decade, and one I would like to publicly acknowledge now before you, Ms. Robin Jones, the former principal of AAST. Ms. Jones, would you come forward? Now, this is always a little daring because Robin and I have been friends for a long time, but I'm going to ask Robin to say a few words because she loves this school with all of her heart, and she has never totally left it. She has always followed you every step of the way. Ms. Jones.
I am not going to delay the program, but I wanted you all to know that I love you all dearly. I communicate with people every time I read something I think would be a benefit to the school, to the staff. So it's going to eventually benefit the students. I'm still sending it. Some of them can tell you that, particularly Mr. Vaught. But I really appreciate the opportunities that were given to me by Horry County Schools, the chair, the school board member who helped support this decision, the superintendent who now is our superintendent, who was the executive director of secondary education, who first approached me about this opportunity. I want to thank all members of the community who also supported me in my work at AAST. But I can't say that it was without the support of all the wonderful staff and faculty and parents and excellent students who worked together to realize the possibilities. So love you all, hashtag Coy Pride forever.
Today, we're also very glad to have Mr. Ben Hardy, who is Director of our Career and Technology. He is a true friend of our academies and looks after us and helps guide us. Mr. Ben Hardy, please stand. Join me. In just a couple of minutes, two individuals will bring greetings. First will be our superintendent, Dr. Rick Maxey, who will bring greetings from our district office staff and from all of the Horry County school system. Following Dr. Maxey will be Mrs. Sherry Todd, who will introduce the Board of Education members that were able to join us today. Ms. Todd represents District 2 in our Board of Education. Just a few minutes. got one other quote. Those of y'all, I guess, have known that I love quotes. And as I was thinking about this monumentous celebration that was coming up, your senior ceremony, I tried to think what would be an appropriate thing that might touch you and help you to remember how special today is and about your future. And on Thursday morning, I was driving to work, and a song came on that was played the last time I heard it was at the final ceremony I held at ATA, where I was principal before I retired. I'd like to share with you just a few words from the lyric of Leanne Womack's song, I Hope You Dance. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance, and when you get the choice to sit it out or to dance, I hope you dance. Please join me in welcoming our superintendent and a friend of all students, faculty, and staff, and all of our citizens in Horry County, Dr. Rick Maxey.
Thank you, Mr. Stoudemire. First of all, I want to say congratulations to the class of 2018. I know it has been a long journey, but there's still a lot of work ahead for you. And one of the things I want to point out as far as a motto that Horry County Schools has, we say inspiring possibilities, helping you as students to reach your potential. And I'd like at this time to thank the people who have worked so closely with you in motivating you and providing you with education and with challenges, the staff and faculty of AAST. Thank you. And I also would, as a parent, fully understand that the things that you have accomplished and will accomplish will not go forward without the support of your family, and appreciate all the encouragement that the family has provided to you. And I'm not going to give you a lengthy piece of advice. I'm just going to share what I consider very important points as you leave here and move on to the next stage, whether it's college or career. First thing to do is work hard. It doesn't go unnoticed. Second thing, be humble. It doesn't go unnoticed either. And be thankful. Thankful for the opportunities that you have had, and you will go forward and be a success. In class of 2018, I look forward in the years to come because I have faith in young people. I know some people say millennials don't work hard. I've seen some of the successes from our AST students. You do. I have faith in you. I look forward to hearing about the great things that you do in the future. Congratulations.
This is my favorite time of the year. I'm so honored to be here and to be among these graduates and their families. And on the behalf of the Horry County School Board of Education, I just say congratulations. And I'd also like to welcome my fellow board members, Mr. Ray Winters, and we have another board member here that's in our audience because he also has a son here today, Mr. John Poston. Thank you, John, for standing up. I'd also like to welcome the parents, grandparents, and the extended families of the students. We thank you for sharing your students with us through these years. Your never-ending support has brought on a partnership, and that's what's made our students successful. Because as Dr. Maxey said, no one got here today alone. It was always with help. All of us never stop needing help, and if we help each other, it's unimaginable what you can do. Class of 2018, some of you 4 years ago and some of you 2 years ago took that big step forward and left your base high school and decided to attend AAST. That was a big step. That shows that your leadership skills were already in place. And like Dr. Maxey, I expect big things from you. We believe in you. We want to provide, we have provided and want to continue providing everything that you have enjoyed in your education. I hope that someday that you will look back and look over your shoulders, and right now this is an exciting time, but as the years pass, you will become more proud and proud and proud of your accomplishments and what the time that you spent at AAST. Your lifelong friendships, I hope that you will stay in touch and to always remember the friendships you made. When you stepped out and left your base high school, you met other students that you would not otherwise have met here in this county, and that forms another community. And if we can all just work together, it's amazing what we can do. And you are our future. You're our only future. A lot of people don't realize that, but when I look at young people, I see the world that I will one day leave behind. Now, please, I would like for you and your families to enjoy the rest of this day and just sit back because this is going to be a wonderful ceremony. Thank you so much. And again, I congratulate you.
Thank you, Ms. Todd and Dr. Maxey. At this time, I'd like to introduce our current assistant principal and the lady who will become principal of the Academy for Arts, Science, and Technology on July 1st, none other than our very own Ms. Kelly Wilson, who will present a very special award.
Thank you, Mr. Stoudemire. It is truly an honor to be with you to celebrate your accomplishments throughout your high school career. As your graduation day nears and you take those first steps on your path beyond high school, I want you to understand that the high expectations that have been held for you at the Academy will follow you. The Academy is a better place because you shared your talents with us. And I have no doubt that you will do great things wherever you land. It is also my honor today to recognize this year's PACE Award recipient. It is AAST's tradition that an individual award be presented at our senior ceremony. It is considered our highest honor. Historically, this honor was titled Most Inspirational Senior. However, the title was recently changed to the PACE Award in honor of Miss Debbie Pace when she retired in 2014. Debbie Pace served AAST as instructional coach since the school's inception in 1994. It was Ms. Pace's vision of a school family upholding the value of best work, first time, on time that helped build AAST into the stellar academic learning environment that it is today. Each year, the senior class votes for the person who best personifies excellence in leadership, scholarship, and citizenship. That person earns the privilege of wearing the one white robe that you see here today. It is adorned with the signatures of all of her classmates. Please welcome the recipient of the 2018 PACE Award, AAST's Most Inspirational Senior, Ms. Catherine Hollingsworth. We will now hear reflections from our students. Each major chooses one senior to speak on their behalf, reflecting on their experience as part of the AAST family. So, Ms. Catherine Hollingsworth is going to now speak representing the Advanced Art major.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. First off, it's very obvious that I owe a big thank you to the class sitting in front of me for this white robe. I'm going to treasure it forever. It's one of my most prized possessions now. But there's things I could give to everybody, and I don't have time for that, but thank you. And big thanks to everybody who came to support our class today and celebrate with us. My name is Catherine Hollingsworth, and I'm a senior in the Advanced Art major. This feels like I'm introducing myself on the first day in a new class. I'm sure all the Academy students remember breaking the ice with a statement like that or a fun fact, even two facts and a lie. Well, the first day in the art major, we were asked to share quite a bit more. We came in with 4 intensive summer works and matching emotional artist statements that we shakily presented to 20 very talented seniors, which was the most intimidating crowd I'd had until now. 2 years have passed somehow, and we've presented a body of 24 coherent works to a room full of family. Even my quietest classmates have come to speak with developed confidence and professionalism that I hope to bring with me to this podium. I've also brought the waterproof mascara I gained preparing for my mastery, but I'm hoping I won't rely on that. Being in the advanced art major, we are afforded so many unique opportunities. I can speak to large-scale exhibitions and small, intimate projects that go above and beyond standards. I can proudly say that art majors are shown and awarded at the local Burrs and Chapin Museum, the South Carolina State Fair, and Lake City's Art Fields Junior, which is the newer Southeastern competition. We get the chance to travel to these exhibitions together and support each other, even if we didn't get in ourselves. Because I know having a supportive audience really makes a difference, I've even made an attempt to follow up with the base school shows. My classmates have spoken for craft guilds, collaborated with Coastal Carolina faculty, and even learned how to fairly price their own work through commission experience. And all of this is organized by our senior art teacher, Ms. Jane Lee Franklin. She's our maternal activist who lovingly fights to keep purpose in this major. Each piece she polishes off with a frame or mat so that she can represent the Academy's class in competition. She saved us hundreds in framing costs, but what's really valuable is the sense of ownership you get when you stand next to a piece of work with your name on it. Now, our resume is accessible to the public, so I'd like to take a chance to use this platform and share some of the behind-the-scenes magic. Our jaw-dropping studio is often flooded with music. If you hear Jack Johnson's voice, you know Franklin's having a good start to her day. If you hear Bohemian Rhapsody, Don't Stop Believin', or Fergalicious, you know that there is a flash mob undoubtedly around the corner. But don't worry, theater majors, nobody's mistaking you for your talent. We do have a couple beautiful voices that entertain us. It's just easy to get up in the morning when you come into such a homey setting, sometimes even greeted with donuts. It's such an artistic and inspirational outlet for whatever your concentration. I've personally painted beside woodworkers, wire sculptors, and fashion designers. This Shoot for the Stars curriculum that's open to individuality does not make it a leisure program by any means. Having the freedom to choose your path while still meeting necessary requirements and deadlines makes time management and self-control crucial skills that are applicable to any career field. This rigor of the major has strengthened our work ethic and made us all appreciate downtime. We have come to know artist block and more serious setbacks, but they've been the best teaching moments. Even personal issues outside the curriculum can be addressed within the safety of our art home with reassurance. Franklin doesn't raise quitters. I've seen lonesome feelings poured into artwork that sparks relatable conversation. No one's alone. Diverse ideas come together to hang on the same walls. There's always an audience ready to listen with an open mind. And I think in that way, the art major is the best representation of the Academy. It takes maturity to offer an honest critique of a fellow classmate's product, a manifestation of their thoughts, or in some experiences, sweat and tears. I really hope that every student and every academic focus comes to face this kind of raw construction. I realized it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you put in hard work, you'll inspire. I'm so blessed to have been fueled by the passion flowing through this class. AAST takes such priority in giving kindness a voice. I heavily see that reflected in my major. I think that any of my classmates could have stood here and represented us today. I just want to share something Miss Bailey Rue said to me. We've created a painting together over the past 2 years, adding shape and color into each other's lives. Our time spent here will last forever, adorning the walls and reminding us of the everlasting beauty of the friendships we've made. Above all creative accomplishments, I'd like to thank the class of 2018 for being so heartfelt in their work and our relationships, and I think that reflects the way our teachers have treated us. I will always be so proud of y'all in this character building program. Thank you for letting me share it with you. It's been an honor. If you'd please welcome Ms. Mariana Mawad, representing the computer science major.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mariana Mawad, and I'm honored to be here today to represent the computer science major. As I stand on this stage, I'm reminded of sophomore year, when the computer science major was just a rumor. But now here we are as the second group of students who have dedicated 43,200 of our Earth minutes to this major. During our first day in this major, we were just quiet, awkward juniors who didn't really know what to expect. But that silence quickly vanished. Trust me, Vought will tell you. Like the computers we use every day, our brains are constantly moving. In the computer science major, we don't just sit in front of our computers. We compete, design, research, create, and debate a lot. We're the ones who build robots to solve Rubik's Cubes, develop apps that show the school in virtual reality, and create devices that collect CO2 data. We're the ones participating with the Technology Student Association, the National Youth Cyber Defense competition called Cyber Patriot, First Robotics, and the Horry County Schools Tech Fair that some of us take way too seriously. We're also the referees for First Lego League, where we crush the dreams of middle school students when their robots won't work. In the computer science major, we discuss data privacy, automation, technology addiction, neural network, artificial intelligence, the dangers of the internet, geographic information systems, and the uselessness of all things Kardashian, and so much more. We focus on real concepts affecting the world today, things that companies are investing in and that we hope to be a part of in the near future. We went from participating in weekly book club presentations to being recognized for all kinds of awards on the district, state, and national level. We went from writing out every single step needed to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to getting some of the best internships with the best tech companies in the area, like Santee Cooper, Permit Zone, and Field Travel. Computer science in general is a very male-dominated field, so I want to mention the valuable contributions of young women in the major, still, sadly, referred to as non-traditional. In the major, we have been able to network with women in the field by attending Women in Technology meeting and participating in the Women in Science and Engineering Choice Day at Clemson University. During that first day in exploring computer science, I seriously doubted we would ever become a family like the other majors. Boy, was I wrong. From our adventurous field trip to our Snapchat groups, we have become so close over the past 2 years. And that's because we share a passion for innovation and recognize the fact that computer science is more of an art than a science. While we all come from different backgrounds and have different interests, we have found a way to showcase our skills in a unique way. By joining this major, my classmates and I not only received a head start on essential computer science skills, but we've also been given opportunities that would have been otherwise unattainable, like creating a senior mastery, going to internships, and receiving various awards. With that being said, thank you, Mr. Vaught, for always responding with a figure it out for I don't knows. Thank you for putting us in several uncomfortable situations that have forced us to grow. Thank you for drilling those soft skills in our head, and thank you for always caring about us even when you don't like to show it. And thank you, AAST, for giving us this platform and opportunity. I know I speak on behalf of everyone when I say AAST has truly changed our lives. As we go on to college and other ventures, we close the AAST chapter that will open new doors towards success. Thank you. I thought I was done. I'm not done yet. Please welcome Campbell Sims, representing the Entertainment Technology major.
Woo, here we go. Okay. I would feel conflicted if I didn't do this, I'm sorry, but I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving me the strength to get up here and guiding me through the last 4 years. I definitely wouldn't be anything without that. And if we haven't had the chance to meet yet, my name is Campbell Sims. I'm in entertainment technology, and I just want to start off by thanking my family, my amazing parents who support me no matter what I do in my life, and my brother who's a legend, and just my friends, because I have the best friends in the world who are constantly supporting me, and I can confidently say I have the best support group ever. So thank you guys so much. When Mr. Johnson asked me to speak on behalf of the ET major, I was honored because ever since the senior ceremony last year, there's nothing more I wanted to do than to represent ET. It's funny because before I came to this school and enrolled in the entertainment technology program, I didn't even know how to turn on a camera. And in fact, the only reason I joined this major because I thought it would be the most fun major, and I thought it would be the easiest major. And boy, was I wrong about that. I did more work in my 2 years in this major than I did the rest of my high school career combined. It's very work-intensive major, but all that work did not go to waste. I've learned what type of lens you would use for different type of shots, what equipment you would need for a certain setup, the difference between 2-column and film style scripts, and how to direct a new show in 3 days. I've created short films, PSAs, montages, shout out to Shane, and new shows. But I'm not up here to talk about me. I'm up here to represent my major. I have so much love for my classmates. I met some of my best friends in the world here, and I've also made some pretty crazy memories. From ET hangouts to state fairs to surviving senior masteries, it's insane the amount of things we've been through in the past 2 years. Kids in ET aren't like kids in pre-med or art. We're a little different. Some might say weird, but that's okay, because weird kids rule the world. That's something I learned here. It's okay to be different. You should strive to be unique and yourself. That's what it's all about. The world would be so boring without kids like the people in my ET major, and I'm so thankful that I know every single one of them. This wouldn't be a proper ET speech without mentioning Mr. Johnson. He's so much more than a teacher. He actually cares about our lives. He knows who we are and what we want to do with our life. That is what all teachers should be like. Life is so much better when you have somebody in your corner who believes in you more than anything, and Mr. Johnson is that person. At the end of the day, the Academy has taught me so much about myself. I've learned that I'm actually creative, which I never would have thought, and I learned that if I set a goal, I can meet it with hard work and an amazing support group. It's safe to say I wouldn't be the person I am today without ET and my ASC family. I wanted to end with some encouragement for the entire class. You guys are the most talented people I have ever been around. In fact, I go as far to say that there has never been a larger group of world changers gathered together than there is right now. Everyone here is incredibly passionate about what they do. It's inspiring. And I know because I've seen it every single day for the past 2 years. And I want you guys to know that you can change the world. All you have to do is find that one thing you're extremely passionate about and do everything in your will to pursue it. To everyone else, enjoy high school. It's one of the best times you experience in your life. Remember, college is definitely important, but at the end of the day, choose the place that will make you the greatest version of yourself. This past January, I was really struggling to find motivation to finish out the school year because if you've ever completed senior year, you know that senioritis is real and should be treated as an actual disease because it is awful. And I feel like the reason I was struggling is because I thought I knew everything. I mean, I've been in school for 12 years. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm ready to get out. But that could not have been further than the truth. And I'm not really sure who gave me this advice. A lot of people try to tell me they gave it to me, so I'm just going to keep it anonymous so that nobody gets offended. But it's the best advice I have ever received in my entire life. And it's always be teachable. Own the moment. Win the day. Carpe diem. However you want to say it, take every moment as an opportunity to learn something new. Take every moment as an opportunity to become the best version of yourself. I know most of you thought you were done with math for the summer, but I have one more equation for you, and I promise it has nothing to do with escalators, and it is used to measure your ability to be taught. You may want to write this down. It's desire to learn times willingness to change equals teachability. Take this and use it to gauge your ability to learn. The more you learn, the better version of yourself you'll become. The better version of yourself you'll become, the better the world will be, and we can always use a better world. Knowing the class that is graduating here today, I'd say we're in pretty good hands. I could stand up here and talk forever, but trust me, I want to be finished just as much as you guys do. I love you guys so much, and I'm so excited for what's to come. Thank you so much. Please welcome Thomas Anderson, representing the pre-engineering major.
is going to be fun. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Thomas J. Anderson III, and I'm speaking on behalf of the pre-engineering major. When I started my high school journey 4 years ago, I chose to attend AAST because I thought that it'd give me an opportunity to explore a type of engineering that I really wanted to go into. And it really did help further my education because I was supported by some of the most amazing faculty and staff and surrounded by the best students I could ever ask for. I'm privileged to say that I've gained so much more from my time at AAST than I could ever imagine. I've gained a family of friends and a wealth of knowledge that has helped me form a foundation to build the next part of my life on. The pre-engineering major and the people in it have taught me a lot about myself and about what I want to do in the future. In the pre-engineering department, we have been given the freedom to explore different aspects of engineering that interest us. As pre-engineering majors, we've had the opportunity to work on projects like rebuilding motors, designing and building prosthetic limbs, rebuilding boats, building computers, and even building wind tunnels. Over the past 2 years, we've been introduced to so many different fields of engineering through field trips, guest speakers, and class projects like the ones that I just previously listed. In the pre-engineering major, we have been given the opportunity to go job shadow and intern and work at places that teach us about what we actually want to do when we grow up. Our internships have given us the ability to get a first-hand experience of a specific field of engineering that we might want to go into, that it might have piqued our interest. It has given us the ability to form great relationships with important people in our community, that we may further better our education and have great jobs whenever we pass this high school. We have had the honor to work with numerous mentors throughout our time in the engineering major, such as Mark Peterson, a former aircraft engineer, Thomas Early, an electrical engineer for Santee Cooper, and Mr. Jerry Lamb, a mechanical engineer for Blanchard Caterpillar. All of these people have helped not only myself, but everyone in the engineering major to develop a cornerstone that we are soon to base the next 4 years of our life upon. It'd be difficult to talk about the pre-engineering major without talking about the man who makes it all possible. That's Mr. Sellers. Mr. Sellers has been more than a teacher. He's been an inspiration through his dedication to his students and the robotics team, not only at this school, but at every other high school in Horry County. During the robotics season, it's not uncommon to see Mr. Sellers' Suburba bus, that he calls his car, at school until midnight. He does this because he cares. His passion for his students drives him to stay those late nights working overtime and taking away time that he could be spending with his family at home. He does this so that we may all have the opportunity to build a robot and compete in the first robotics competition each and every year. In 2017, because of Mr. Sellers' dedication and belief in his students, the AAST robotics team made it all the way to Houston, Texas for the first robotics world championship. Boy, was that fun. Mr. Sellers, as the students of the pre-engineering department and the members of the robotics team, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for being the best mentor, teacher, leader, and supporter that we could have ever asked for. Without the freedom that you gave us, we would have never made it to where we are today. We would have never become the people that we are today. You've allowed us to explore our dreams and passions while giving us the direction, support, and courage that we needed to chase those dreams. And as for my fellow classmates, it's been an honor to get to know you all, and you've played a big part in shaping our life. And now let's go show this world who we are. And please welcome Michael Smith, representing the pre-medicine major.
Good morning, friends, family, students, and faculty of the Academy for the Arts, Science, and Technology. My name is Michael Smith, and it is my honor to represent the pre-medicine major. My fellow future health professionals, welcome to the last step of a marathon that we've all been running for about 12 years now. We've made it to the finish line, and in just a few more days, we'll cross it, fall to our knees, and wonder how we actually made it this far. The typical high school journey is hard, but we as a major have taken it, added a few extra hard steps, and called it the pre-medicine major. Now to most, this major sounds like the most toughest, the most gruesome, and also the most, well, disgusting major. But to us, it's what we know, and it's what we like. I mean, after all, what other group of young adults can you find huddled around a phone watching surgeries, while others watch in dismay? How are they not getting sick right now? But the pre-medicine major extends deeper than the curriculum we learn and the skills we develop. I know how cliche this sounds, but our major truly is a family. As we entered our junior year, we suddenly gained 3 new mothers who have continued to look after us and make sure that we are taken care of and are on the right track for the rest of our lives. So thank you, Mrs. Ives, Mrs. McCallum, and Mrs. Johnson for instilling that sense of self-confidence and self-worth that we all needed as we walked into a brand new school. Then in our senior year, we gained a fourth new mother who continued to look after us, kept us on the right path, advised us when we needed it, and prepared us for HOSA, while also bringing us baked goods at least once a week. Thank you, Mrs. Pavlovic, for entering into our family, and we hope you love it as much as we do. I knew that at any point in my life that I felt overwhelmed or stressed, that I could come to my major, and they'd be willing to lend an ear to listen to me, a hand to help me, a shoulder to cry on, and a heart to love me. And that's what we're truly about. Compassion for one another and helping to heal one another, regardless of whether our ailments are physical or not. I always knew that I was welcomed, and I appreciate each and every single one of you for that. And now back to my major friends, and by friends, I really do mean family. I'm overwhelmed with excitement by how far we've come over the past 2 years. And I think I've cried as many times as Tommy and I have ripped our pants. And for those of you not in the major or not in the school, that number is higher than my IQ. I also think I've laughed more times than I've actually talked, read, or studied, because the major is full of the most compassionate, caring, and funny people that I've ever met. And I don't think I'd be anywhere close to where I am today if it wasn't for each and every one of you. We're the people who see your cast in the hallway and ask you every single detail. We're also the ones that you see going around the school spreading horror stories from our internships. Well, when you actually get the chance to see us. Being in the major has given us the opportunity to see colleges, doctor's offices, and many other field experiences like the kindergarten teddy bear clinics and the blood drives. So it's actually a very rare occasion that you see our faces for more than a few moments at a time. But now it's time to move on from the school that has raised us to be more than a student. This school has taught us to be a part of the community, and this school has taught us to do our best work, first time, on time. And I'll never forget the first day of junior year when we were basically all brand new to the school, and we were all pulled into the theater, and Mrs. Jones told us that you were going to do great things. And I never really believed that until today, as I stand here before you and as our senior year comes to a close. We've enrolled in colleges, or we're entering the workforce, or we're going to serve and protect our country. Whatever we do and wherever we go, just remember the roots you've grown into the school. Just remember that these have been some of the best years of our lives. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., occasionally in life, there are these moments of unutterable fulfillment that cannot be completely explained by these symbols we call words. Their meanings can only be articulated by the inaudible language of the heart. I cannot describe to you the way I feel about graduating. I'm excited for my future, but I stand in disbelief that we're actually finished. We've been through so much over the past 12 years, and it's been, well, fun. We're finished with this journey, my friends, my family, this marathon. And I don't know about you, but my legs are really tired. But we can't stop now. Stand up, tie your shoes, and get ready for your next marathon, the marathon called life. Please welcome John Patrick Daly, representing STEM Studies.
Good morning. My name is Patrick Daly, and it is my privilege to speak today on behalf of the STEM seniors at the Academy. When I heard that I was giving this speech, I wondered what I might say about this class and the 4 years we have spent together. 3 qualities immediately jumped out at me: diversity, ingenuity, and generosity. We're a diverse group of students coming from 9 bay schools and having different goals and aspirations. As I look out into the crowd, I see future doctors, engineers, lawyers, innovators, entrepreneurs, educators, and even some professions yet to be established. We come from different backgrounds, we have individual talents and passions, and we are going in many different directions upon graduation. Despite our differences, we have cultivated a spirit of ingenuity together. We have developed our problem-solving skills and have learned to work together as a team for a common purpose. Without each other's help, we could not have designed record-breaking toothpick bridges in physics or had a state winner for the Ryzen App Challenge. And no way could we have kept our Dell venues running. Together, we ventured out to the Boeing plant in Charleston. So it turned out that we showed up on the same day as a bunch of 4th graders. But we didn't let that stop us, and we beat all those other 4th graders designing our own simulated airplanes. Yeah, they were impressed. But what really impresses me is the generosity our class has shown. It takes a creative and giving bunch of students to come up with enough meaningful projects to fulfill all the service requirements for the many clubs and honor societies that AAST sponsors. Our students do not disappoint. Together, we have collected food for families during the holidays, gathered coats for kids in need, organized a talent show for Make-A-Wish, packed shoe boxes for Operation Christmas Child, visited nursing homes, and given up free time during lunch to tutor students in math. This year, many of us in this audience were part of Students in Action, and we put together a first fundraiser for the Children's Cancer Partners of the Carolinas. I don't know if you heard, but we raised almost $20,000. It's been a great 4 years together, and I know you will all join me in thanking our families and friends for supporting us and celebrating in our accomplishments. Thank you, faculty and staff of AAST, for pushing us to be the best students that we could be. In class of 2018, thank you for making me feel at home during my time at the Academy. I wish you all luck as you journey into new horizons. And as Coach Gordon would say, I hope to see you all again as long as the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Thank you. Please welcome Jolie Herring, representing the theater major.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jolie Herring, and I'm here to represent the theater major. And I want to ask you all to please close your eyes for a second and imagine you walk into the theater classroom. The first thing you see are bright blue mats arranged on the floor. You turn your head to see who is occupying this strange place with hulking lights suspended over your head and padding on the walls. Then you spot them. Shoeless kids dressed in black, contorting their bodies into bizarre shapes. These are the theater majors at work. That space you just walked into is their safe place, where they leave their insecurities behind, create characters, and feel emotions that relate to a story they're about to tell. If you haven't already, you can open your eyes. To acquire the full experience of being a theater major, a person has to be hardworking and committed to their role in the company. Mr. Layton makes sure that when we leave this school, we are all well-rounded thespians who appreciate each other. We all do our part to make productions amazing. And what's different about AAST is that the students have a strong voice. From choosing plays to designing, constructing, perfecting, then producing, the students lead the way in deciding what is best for our production company. When the time comes to display our work, we are ready to showcase what we've done. We often have the opportunity to travel to other schools and compete with students who share the same passion for storytelling. We all have memories of the long car rides that bonded us together, the early morning phone calls to our hotel room with the muffled voice of Layton on the other end, informing us that we have tech rehearsal in 30 minutes, then staying out late to watch every show. We can all still feel the nervous pit in our stomach as we prepared for auditions together, and we all can still taste the hotel breakfast and the fast food restaurants we stopped at along the way. As our time together withers down to days, then hours, our memories will only grow stronger. We will still remember all the auditions and all the long set construction days, the pre-show dinners and performance jitters, the energy circles and the advice tips we gained from rehearsals. And we will always remember the feeling of love and pride that went into each and every day at the Academy for the Arts, Science, and Technology. Thank you. Now please welcome Tal Tamir, representing the Web and Digital Communications major.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tal Tamir, and it is my great honor to represent the Web and Digital Communications class of 2018. Digital communications is what I call family, unity, and power. Family, because we have grown to love and care for each other these past 2 years. It's no surprise to anyone here that every family has its own oddities, characters, and personalities. So it's true for our Digi family. We are a band of geeks comprised of a musical romantic, a social butterfly, a talkative cat lover, a sassy charmer, a dedicated gamer, a bookworm, the overachiever, one who is perfect but reserved, another who is demure but friendly, a short and silent one who is a bit salty and sarcastic. And of course, there's the two gingers, the lovely, funny one, and one who has flourished since we've met him. But no family would be complete without someone caring for it. And for us, that's our loving protector, our Digimom. Unity. We unite to create the most extraordinary pieces of art as far as our knowledge, ability, drive, and discipline can take us. We have supported each other and shared our talents to unify as a group. Power. Although we are the penultimate major in the class of 2018, we are small, but we are mighty. We have talent, hope, and courage, and are now ready to be your future artists, designers, and entrepreneurs. We would like to thank AAST for giving us the best 2 years of our educational careers. This school has provided us with foundation for our futures and supported us in our passions and encouraged us to reach beyond our grasp. For that and so much more, we are grateful to our academy. But our most profound thanks belongs to that Digimom, who's our greatest supporter and educator, Ms. D. Simone. She gave each and every one of us, independently and collectively, the opportunity and direction to learn and create beyond our dreams, and helped us make the magic that we could only imagine. Ms. D. Simone, you gave us a home in which to prosper and develop. You gently pushed us to be the very best we could be, and for that, we thank you with the much love you gave to us. In your inimitable generosity, you ensured that not one of us was left out anything senior-related. You went above and beyond to make sure that we had all that we needed. We could not be here today without all that you contributed to us and every other class before us for the last 38 years of your educational journey. Now you're leaving this place that you've called home for 14 years. We are so grateful to be your last class. We all wish you the very best in your future plans and journeys to come, and don't think for a very second we will forget you. We will stay connected for life.
Hi, we're the theater major, and we will be singing How Far I'll Go by Alessia Cara from Moana.
Standing at the edge of the water, long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I
think you can understand why the faculty and staff are always so very, very proud and pleased with the students that we are honored to work with and call a member of our family. Join me in another round of applause for all of these young people representing the class of 2018. We have come to the part on our program when we will honor and recognize each of our students here for the class of 2018 by recognizing and presenting them with their certificate of completion for their time at the Academy, along with a very special pin representing our Academy. I know that you are extremely excited about hearing your child's name, just as we all are. As we begin the ceremony, we will recognize each group by major. We ask you to listen very carefully to each of the names of the major students, and then as we complete that major, we hope that all of our people, whether it's your child or a major of another child, that you recognize and applaud them in a joint effort together at the end of each major. At this time, I'd like to ask our special guests to please come forward, and those that are presenting the certificates and pins to come forward for the presentation.
At this time, we invite our advanced art majors to the stage and welcome their teachers, Ms. Franklin and Ms. Compton. Logan Hayward Beasley. Kyle Patrick Blandford. Brian Browning. Kirsten Marie Bush. Kaylee Joanna Byrne. Gabrielle Brooke Felix. Savannah Mikhail Fiegel. Chloe Marie Haynes. Abigail Bell Helm. Kaya Lynn Hickey. Catherine Ann Hollingsworth. Skylar Brinkley Lee. Jennifer Caitlin Leake. Caroline Hill Long. Virginia Butler Long. Sawyer Kelly McDuffie. Casey Jerica Salome Reining. Bailey Ann Rue. Christina Tran Sebastian.
Let's hear it for our art major.
Computer science majors are invited to the stage along with Mr. Vaught. Anthony Giovanni Angoni. Tristan Sage Barfield. Ray Anthony Carlisle. David DeJesus. Samson McGee Dunn. Carl Malloy Faircloth. Erin Grace Fitzgerald. Joseph Wesley Haranzi. Laura Denise Howell. George Jan Johnson. Mariana Mowad. Jared Ray Mozingo. William Robert Morose. Jeremy Nguyen. Gabriel Perez Ray. Madison Aaron Waddingham. Please join us in congratulating the computer science majors. Entertainment technology majors are invited to the stage along with Mr. Johnson. Colin James Agnew. Isabella Maria Baez. Hannah Victoria Zapp. Danielle Anna Demrest. Kyle Austin Dion. Jordan Marie Farrell. Draven Alexander Fry. Ben Daniel Hestad. Taylor Madison James. Myra Elizabeth Kerber. Kelsey Michelle Klee. Shane Michaela Moody. Rebecca Claire Mount. Faye Maris Nowakowski. Christopher Raymond Ranta. Philip Silva. Campbell Shreve Sims. Gavin Chaplinsky Balonga. Please join us in congratulating the entertainment technology majors. Pre-engineering majors are invited to the stage along with Mr. Sellers. Thomas James Anderson III. Julian Terrence Butler. Jalen Arthur Garner. John Joseph Garahy. James Corey Hyatt. Cameron Harley Knobb. TJ Liger. Margaret Rose Pepin. Henry Poston. Luke Anderson Prince. Chase Tomley. Dylan Hugh Wilkins. Please join us in congratulating the pre-engineering majors. Pre-medicine majors are invited to the stage along with Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. McCallum, and Mrs. Pavlovic. Haley Nicole Austin. Rachel Ann Baker. Madison Karen Boyd. Peter James Brady. Morgan Elizabeth Burchett. Miracle Alexandria Burgess. Aaliyah Busby. Megan Elizabeth Caney. Taylor Lynn Cefalo. Henry Connor Cohen IV. Taylor Alexandra Collins. Christopher Ethan Crenshaw. Christine Cruz. Tyler Arthur Kutaya. Brandon Dubell. Isabella Alexandra DiMarino. Carly Joanna Dingle. Aaron Jehan Imarolu. Thomas Patrick Fletcher. Elissa Diana Florian Garcia. Kendall Lillian Hale. Morgan Taylor Hale. Gabrielle Lynn Hartnett. Tavis Devon Hemingway. Joel Thomas Horowitz. Tristan Lee Howell. Haley Grace Hucks. Carolina Garin Hughes. Mallory Lynn Keenan. Sam Mitchell Nolan. Eliza K. Lackey. Mackenzie Dale Lane. Madison Rose Lane. Jessica Grace Lee. Samantha Josephine Milio. Karen Jasmine Mims. Aubrey Leanne Moore. Jordan Riley Mozingo. Alexandria Wynn. Cameron Alexis Pano. Luigi Giuseppe Piccione. Abriana Marie Ragusa. Maya Eve Robley. Alexis Nicole Rogers. Natasha Marie Sanchez Sacco. Shelby Paige Slavic. Lanaya Alexandria Smith. Michael Wayne Smith, Jr. Samantha Marie Spencer. Jordan Madison Strickland. Cassandra Suarez Viveros. Lily Lorraine Tyler. Cindy Paula Velasquez Aguirre. Alexis Hope Watts. Thomas Elliott Wayman. Bryson Dale Whidbey. Matthew Benjamin Wilfong. Whitley Madison Wilhoit. Haley Marie Word. Noah Michael Yankovic. Please join us in congratulating the pre-medicine majors. STEM studies majors are invited to the stage along with Mrs. Ford. Madison Diane Agner. Roy David Eisch. Emily Grace Allen. Justin Davis Anderson. Jessica Storm Archer, Karen Azulai, Jackson Duke Batten, Sarah Michelle Borasuk, Skylar Austin Brown, Matthew Thomas Buck, Amaya Dominique Campbell, Hannah Riley Cassidy, Perry Chen, Nicholas James Karate, John Patrick Daly, Gwendolyn Faith Davis, Megan Claire DeVoe, Kevin Martin Dicey, Karis Joy Dorman, Carmela Gabrielle Ferraro, Dakota Fletcher, Ashley Jordan Funston, Olivia Lynn Gano, Brandy Jade Gartner, Elena Ann Helofs, Sarana Maria Herndon, Clayton Paul Hucks, Ronnie Garrett Hucks, Jack Neal Jacob, Gabrielle Christine Johnson Davis, Kaylee Alexis Jordan, Wesley Chapman Jordan, Aiden Kai Kawakami, Raven Alexis King, Zachary Christian Kurtz, Eric R. Lilling, Blakely Margaret Lovett, Katie Elizabeth Mann, Hudson Rogers McDuffie, Riley Nicole McTiernan, Tyler Nathaniel Moe, Veronica Alma Moore, John Kamal Nandwani, Utku Zera Nardali, Cassandra Love Nickel, Johnny Wynn, Caitlin Nillis, Camden Nicole Patzel, Braden Kenichi Poirier, Samantha Marie Polidoro, Nicholas River Przbilski, Carissa Sue Rao, Catherine Elizabeth Rooney, Stephen Bryce Ross, Madison Erica Roy, Cassie Noel Runyon, John Lester Schlotterbeck, Samantha Ann Shavitz, John J. Shelburne, Thomas Riley Schuler, Anastasia Bell Silsbury, Thomas Dylan Sinkway, Zara Slimani, Bryce Anthony Sabota, Britton Paige Swantek, Seth Edward Tyndall, Regan Noel Urbaniak, Renee Taylor Urbaniak, Kenny Van, Mark Ryan Van Steenberg, Caitlin Elizabeth Ward, Spencer Nicholas Warren, Kyle Austin Wenzel, Axie Marilyn Whitmer, Talia Janae Wilson, Jacob Daniel Woodson. Please join us in congratulating the STEM Studies majors. Theater majors are invited to the stage along with Mr. Layton. Allison Haley Baumgartner. Connor Thomas Britt Tripp. John Conyers Harvin. Jolie Unique Herring. Brianna Kayla Howard. Hannah Kathleen Lavoulette. Chandler Joseph Moore. Bradley Scott Nesbitt. David Anthony Thompson. Please join us in congratulating the theater majors. Web and digital majors are invited to the stage along with Miss D. Simone. Ayana Markia Beatty. Clayton Matthew Becker. Noah Miguel Cruz. Jared Tyler Haynes. Bria Caroline Harris. Jocelyn Rose Lavalle. Morgan Alexandria Linden. Destiny Elizabeth Martin. Kayla Dawn Schultz. Danielle Grace Silvestri. Connor Galen Devlin Smith. Tall Tamir. Henry Joan Wong. Please join us in congratulating the Web and Digital majors.
Good afternoon, Academy. Hi, my name is Amaya Campbell, and I'm the senior class president of AAST. Okay, dear class of 2018, May 18th marks the 16th time I've complained and whined to someone about not knowing what to say during this speech. As the not so late but definitely great Amaya Campbell once said, "Oh my gosh, guys, we're seniors." I remember during our first assembly at the Academy, Home by Philip Phillips was blaring and everyone kept saying, "We're a family, we're a family." I'm not gonna lie, at first I was hesitant because it seemed like it was all an act. However, these past 4 years have helped me realize that we are in fact a family. We've laughed together, we've cried together, and we've even argued a little bit. Shout out to Sawyer and Patrick's political debates. The Academy is our second home, and our experience is unlike any other high school.